once more, it is the Lord's Day. And we thank God for bringing us to the Lord's Day. This is a great day for you. Because I look through my messages, I saw that people this morning, people have got accident, they are dead.
So we share me phone so
but it's a blessing for you to be here.
Because
you've made it a point to come and worship God. And we believe that God will always protect us. Because we are the servants of God and we want to do His will. So we believe that the God of heaven will always lead us and protect us. So as you are listening to us, say in your heart that God, I thank you very much for bringing me to the family of God. So today we thank our brother Noah for reading the scriptures for us. Our Bible was taken from 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 15. If I tarry long, I'm writing you this letter so that you know how to behave yourself in the house of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and the ground of truth. So the church of God is the family of God. So the title of our sermon today is the family, Bowie Church of Christ. So Bowie Church of Christ, we are family. So how do we become a family when we are from different parts? Because we know our biological mothers and fathers, and we belong to those families. So we do really understand the biological family. And you know, if you are from a very good family, you are always happy to go back and meet your families and then talk and laugh.
Back to Ghana, you mean?
Maybe Ghana or here.
Oh, okay. So, Obusia Moda. Debia, when it is over call Mame and oh papa, say Ghana, say Debia, when it is over call if you.
But if you are from a very bad family, you don't want to even go back maybe to Ghana or maybe visit a certain group of people because there is always fighting. So there is the biological family. Some are good and some are bad. But we always try to build up our biological family. Because good name is always better than riches. So sometimes one day they will say, do you know Brother Solo's family?
Ebia that could be Beshia, we know, or Busasa, winning Brasolo, no Busia, winning.
Oh, they are very learned people.
Oh, a honor, dear. Brasolo, no Busia, dear. O my dear Bruta.
See, so we always want to preserve the family because it's very important in our life.
A brain in Emono, your Pesa, dear Bema, your Busiano, Atsinaho. Adiama is as a moon here, our bravo.
But with all this physical family, we are not going to live with our fathers and mothers forever.
Yesha, ye mammy, and ye papa, Busia, ye free Mubaya. Ye need a cheap Busiano. Now, I don't wish him when he said, Uncle so, sir, a copy, yes,
I mean, it's very nice when you are old and your children have come to you and you have that conversation and everything is moving on right. You feel that should be forever, but it will never be.
I need you say, when you need no walk or cry now, but what crowd, Puma, no honor, no baby, no about best straw. Where do you come? Come, F. Oh, yeah, or cool.
So soon you'll be left alone.
If
you are lucky, you'll be left with your husband and your wife.
So
and soon one of you will leave also. So the biological family will never stay forever. Because of that, God has given us a spiritual family. And that spiritual family will always stay forever. So this morning I want to just share something with you, the spiritual family. So God has a family. And in Bowie here, our family here, our spiritual family is the Bowie Church of Christ. And we all have to aspire to make our family very nice with very good name. Because though we are a very small group here, we have God backing us. Because apart from us here, God has the spiritual family with the angels and with Paul, Peter, and all those who have died. We are part and parcel of that family.
Paul, I can't be as you have for no yes, Chino, woman, I can't say a Busiano, and yet, so if you are in this family, you are very well protected. It is all can't sell Busiano, dear. Now, or a bamboo pa. You are because the one who made heaven and earth is the one who is protecting you. It sounds near a bar or so, no bars or no, and no boy. And there is no power greater than his power. The to me beyond no more. As so, not. And that is why we have to do our best to build our Bowie family. And we want everybody here to be part of the family. ye pese ye hu se omodembo ani odwumadie ani oni ye nyina na akire se wo ka busua yi ho.
But the first thing you need to do, you need to be born in the family.
Nia enamo dika akra ne se it was so ye dika awo adoba abusua no mu.
You see, I can't be with the family of Soro because I was not born in that family.
Say ye hwe onyankopon yi hye mu a onua Binney wo ye minua te said anya me mame na wo no entimi ko ba say Binney me mame na wo no entimi masa.
So spiritually, you need to be born spiritually in the spiritual family. So when Nicodemus met Jesus Christ, Christ told Nicodemus,
yes,
it's true, your mother has given birth to you. But you need another birth. And Nicodemus was confused. And said, do you mean I have to go back again to my mother's womb and be born a second time? And Jesus said, you are a great teacher of the Jews and you don't know this.
And I asked him, hey, what would you a domonim actually no? And I some kitty yamika, won't you say
that unless a man is born of water and of the spirit,
so one free and sium and you beer,
you cannot be part of that family.
Won't mean cancer busiano.
So you need to be born into that family.
And I was saying, whoa, at service.
And when you are born into that family, God's protection comes unto you.
Onya awo at the back Christo na busiano mo. Christo a bambo edawso.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 26 to verse 27.
And no wa quote no.
As many
na dodoa
as have been baptized into Christ,
have
put on Christ.
Yes.
So you have to be born in the family. That is the first thing you have to do. And God's blessings will come upon you. And God's protection will be upon you. And God will smile with you. So that is the Bowie family.
Bowie, Abusiano, any.
But you see, in a family, we have different people in the family.
Yesha Abusiano, ye won ni pasron kon obian kon Abusiano.
You can imagine your family. You have somebody in the family who is very rich.
But when you kon Asha Abusiano, Obu Orma, Ninsem Aye.
You have somebody in the family who is very poor. You have somebody in the family who is sick. You have somebody in the family who causes trouble every time. You have somebody in the family who is not concerned. So in the Bowie family or in the family of God, we have all these characteristics.
It is about Bowie. Christmas Afuyimua. There was a near Subi away.
So maybe as we are talking about this sermon, you might imagine yourself which one I fit in.
A bra and some papers I have also. One Casabusa said.
So if you are rich in the Bowie family, then it's a blessing. And you have to extend your hand. to your brothers and your sisters,
Ama ebi so unia ma eni unia mema no.
to the church as a whole.
Eni asafo no emu ni nyina.
And it's going to be a great blessing for you.
Na utimi etusa na mo ya ebe nhira kese e dia ma.
But if you are poor in the Bowie Church of Christ,
Na se wo ye onyani awasafo yi mu a,
don't be discouraged,
men paba.
because Christ said the first will be last.
Na Yesu say wo a ayom so mdi kai no omoni beba wo so no mo akachi.
And then the last will be what?
Na wo so akachi no omoni beba wo so no so ba bidi kai.
So in the spiritual family,
Enti ho mo busia mu no
we have all these characteristics,
ye wo sa esu nyina ewu
and it is within us.
na ewe yemu so.
You can remember Jesus Christ came and took 12 apostles.
Mo be kai say Yesu Kristo ba no obefa asuafo edumienu.
But Judas was a thief.
Na Judas Iscariot no na disuni say ne nsa ha no oye kromfo.
But you see, God is different from human being.
Na Nyankopon de onti se onipa.
Jesus knew that Judas is a thief,
Yesu onim say Judas Iscariot ne nsa ha no.
but he gave the treasury where they keep the money,
Nanso
that Judas is the one to keep it.
ono Judas Iscariot kure ya na sika botton kromfo no. Ono na demand say won kraso.
And if it's you and I who knows that,
Say me no any news say Iscariot ayo kromfo a.
and then we will argue and then take that treasure from him.
Anka yanka say mfa botton krama no. Because they need that as akwa we dey ebedi ni nchen ya obewia.
But we have to learn how God operates with man.
Yeah, etore bia ana brain
Very, very patient.
mo ma yenhia se de Onyankopon ni onipa edino.
So in the family of Christ, you think Christ is God, so there is no trouble with the 12. They were bad people.
Enti we dey show Yesu Kristo oye nipa edumienu no. Ya adwene mu no nanka eni se obi ye bonsam wo mu enso na Judas Iscariot e bonsam.
So in the Bowie Church of Christ,
Enti Bowie Kristo na safu
we have those who cause trouble in the church.
ye wo ma asafu yi emu anjo.
But are you going to fight with them?
Na one wo mo ekoko ana won otisa no.
Look at what Jesus Christ did. He took it very easy. So in the family of God, there are those who cause trouble. But we have to keep them. And then we have to keep on to advise them. That is why Paul said, you should know how you will behave in the church of God, which is the church. So we have to advise those so that the Lord's church will move on. Because sometimes something bad happens as a lesson for the rest to follow.
Adiboni bi etimi esi na yedesua bibi efim.
Because we know that, like Judas Iscariot, we learned a lot of lessons.
Esanse yedi Judas Iscariot esi ho no mu a yetimu se na brabo ane ne ye ni nyina no akire yen ama yedesua bebre.
So we have this group of people in the church.
Nti ye wo se ni pay e wasafunu mu.
Within the church, we have those who want to do their best.
So
if you cast your eyes in your own family, you see some of your brothers, they are very busy every day.
Union be a man and as a man be which you say,
They want the name of the family to rise up. So it's the same thing applies to the family of God here in Bowie. So try as much as possible to do your best to uplift the family of God in Bowie. We have most of our sisters taking the names of people not coming and calling every day. And I think it's a good practice, and most of us have to practice that. Because it's a sign of growth. Now, within the family of God, we have those who are not, they don't concern.
I
mean, so long as it's like a family, within the family, so long as I have my food, I've eaten, I'm watching my game, whether my children are fighting or some family members are fighting, I'm okay with myself.
Into the domain now when you turn television anymore, the Belgium, the year friend, and then there goes Obusian and have crime family.
Okay, but you see, coming to church, taking the Lord's Supper, and going home is the minimum.
Now, so, sorry, no befa a radi edidino. Nyamisumu, emu. We
have to do more than just coming to church and taking the Lord's Supper and listening to someone and going home.
What say you, baby? I say, Baba, sorry, I bet to you, your favorite daddy, or so for Coffee.
We have to do more with our families, with our brothers, with our sisters.
I will see you, baby. Oh, you need no ma, any no mema. We have
those who are sick in the church. That means spiritually sick. So the spirit is not uplifting them to come to church. But we, those who have been coming, what are we doing about them?
In the
family of God, God said we have to go to them and admonish them. And that will bring an upliftment to the church. So you see, within the family of God, we have different characteristics among ourselves. But God sees everything. Those who are stealing, those who are gossiping, those who are doing good, they all combine to form the family of God. God sees everything, but God is quiet.
Onim asafono se ebinom aya konkonsafo ebinom obiani nisu ewo asafono mu nanso onyankopon ayedin onyame ayedin.
So our lesson today is to tell us that the Bowie Church of Christ will grow up if the first thing is if we develop love for each other.
Se asafui ebetimi akonanimu a ade edikan ne se ye nyina ebetimi ahwehwe odo na ye di echi na ye benya odo ama ye ho ye ho.
You see, one day, if you are a family member, you don't see your son or your sister, you try to find where they are.
Ona famo busien se ono oma ana ono yere ana ono kun e wo fie na dako pra de doso. O se me kwa ba o ye ni mo oma on tra hodin o ga chase ayuhwe na chiri kwai.
So if we believe that we are a family, then when we come on Sunday like this and we don't see anybody among ourselves, we have to try to trace where they are. And that shows love. So love is not just saying by mouth, but doing action. So you see your brother and your sister in the church, that he has lost his or her job, and you have something. Extend a hand. And that shows love. You might see somebody who has come very new among us. But maybe he is even a spiritual family among us. Have you gone and asked the way and the manner the person is living? And that is very important. And that shows love for us. When we take this action, the Bowie Church of Christ will grow. A family is a place where we discipline and we listen to instruction. So, instruction is very important for a family to move on. Because if you don't get the good instruction, you might fall on the way. So we have 7 days in a week. On Tuesdays, we use it for prayers. On Wednesday, it's for Bible studies. And these are the days within the week between the Sundays, and Thursday is for women. So these are the days that you can uplift your spirit within the week, because there's a lot of temptations within the week. But sometimes we hear the number is 26. But sometimes we are more than 70 here. So, for the family of Bowie to move, we have to all think on one spot, focus on one direction.
near Bayana, sa ye abusia, Christo Busia Obu Hanu, a Benino, Anna Apocano, or saying Netimi, Enya, and Jane Kuro, a Woenya, Butae, a Bacon.
And that we all want to participate in the activities of the church.
Nafe Obia, Enya, and Tiasia, now or day at Tuno, who said.
What about our youth? Very important for the upliftment of this church. But we see they are not usually coming into those meetings. And it is a dead blow to the church. So parents, for the family to grow, what are we telling our children? What they need to do when it is time?
Na watimi enya ope na watimi ehu hia hia say ye nwuro say ye kosira no po obetimi abana oni agidifo abomaso.
So every family will face challenges.
Abusia bia awo enema bia esi ekwan.
And this, the youth is one of our challenges here.
Na yesha ye manje ni yenketesia no adibia akutia yen kakra.
We organize Bible studies for Brother Kumi to take over the youth, and none of them are coming on Sundays.
Asafo mpanimfo aya nhihye adema mrantie ene nketesia omo yimu no onua Kumi na nane omo esuade sesi ameno kasai sa class no agu.
And then some say they will be free on Saturdays.
Ebino aka say edano a modiama a ehia mu no ye nya kwan na emom memereda.
So we organize class for them with Brother Solo on Saturdays.
Enti empanimfo no ye say yo yate omo aye nhye se Brasolo ene omo enhia.
But it also went off.
Me no ka say also agu.
Some say it's Monday, they will be free on Monday.
Oh ye nya kwan adwada ene memereda ye benya kwan da be
on Monday.
Oh ye benya kwan Monday adwada ene benya kwan.
So I took that class on Monday.
Enti oniabani enso yemu chese woni wo mu nhia. Right
now the class has dwindled down.
Esi amno ka say sa class no so no eguso a eso atia ma yasa.
So we have a challenge in the family.
Enti yesha abusia no yewo okun yegina okun ano.
So don't sit down non-concerned.
Enti ma entnasi men yese ehun hian
because you belong to this spiritual family.
Esa say wo ye pe Christ na busia no wo kan wo bi.
One day your children and everybody will go. You will be only one left with the church here.
Afe bedru dabi no ankola ni nyina abeko na afe wonko na aka awasafu mu.
And is the church brothers and sisters who will be your family member.
Na afe asafo no
so if you organize it well right now, you get the benefit in the future. If we allow it to go like that, we are going to suffer in the future. So we are advising each brother and each family member to advise your children.
At the start, I want to say, I will far more day, and Casa.
So that they will be part and parcel of what we are doing.
Near Beya, Omo, Ebenya, Chefa,
And lastly, if the family of Bowie is going to move on, there has to be a place of forgiveness. There is no family who will progress without forgiveness. And even in our physical family, husband and wife, then the marriage will never go on if there is no forgiveness. If each and everyone want to be the head, then you see that the family will not exist. So, but when there is forgiveness, no matter how the situation, the family will progress. So the family of Bowie Church of Christ, for the church to grow up, there has to be a lot of forgiveness among us. When we do that, then the church will grow. But when we harbor this within our heart, then the church will not grow. Because if brother A do not want to walk with brother B, or work together, and they were in the same family, then the family will not progress. So Jesus Christ said, a kingdom divided, it will never stand. So, my brothers and my sisters, this morning I have a nice message for you. You can shake your brother or your sister and say, we are family. We are family. We are all family. We are all family of God. So we are good families. We have to work together. And then do not think. I will conclude by saying that do not think you are not important. So do not think you are not important. Because you are important in this family. You see, sometimes you say, oh, my senior brother and my senior sister are there. They will do it. Brother Solo is there. He will do it. But maybe you are sitting down, you can even sing better than Solo. But you have hidden it. So always think that you are very important and your presence is very important. And do not think you are young. Because a lot of great people, they took the lead when they were very young.
wɔn ahyɛ aseɛ ɛbrɛ a wɔn yɛ mmeranteɛ no ɛna wɔn kura mu a n'asɔ wɔn yɛ mmabaa ɛna wɔn kura mu ɛde anyini.
To those who love history,
mo a mo dɔ abakɔsɛm.
Alexander the Great.
Onipa kɛseɛ bi a yɛfrɛ no Alexandra.
He was 16 years old.
No ɔwɔ mfie edu nsia.
That is where he got his father's horse Bucephalus.
Ɛna saa da no ɛna ɔnya ayi ne papa ɔpɔnkɔ a yɛfrɛ no Bucephalus.
And he started to conquer.
Na ɔnya ne papa no pɔnkɔ no ɔhyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɔdi nkonim.
And he conquered and built the largest empire in the whole world.
Ɔkɔya agye ekuro bebree.
At the age of 36, he died.
Ɔnya mfie aduasa nsia ɛna ɔwuiɛ.
But look at the age that he started. So if you are in this stage and you are 16 years old, 15, 14, do not count yourself out.
And he said, "Oh, asafo mu no nya mfie edunan edu enum edu nsia many free."
You can be a great leader in this family.
Obetimi aye onipa kese e wasafo mu.
And God will bless you a lot.
Na onyankopon ebeshira wo.
So the family of Bowie.
Enti Kristo asafo a ewo Bowie.
I give you salute this morning.
Bitwa mu present.
God bless all of you.
Amen.
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 Oma yefa ye twi nyum no and